Greetings, everybody. Battery H here, back with you for another episode of Interstate Adventures. Oh my, we've got old Gulf Coast Logistics. We're carrying our Walmart, and we've got a long ways to go. So let's take a look at the map. We're headed down to Elko. So we're headed east and up. What? No. We're headed to Flagstaff, or to Grand Canyon, pardon me. So yeah, not where I thought we were going. So we've got to go south on 93 and then probably stay in this hotel here for the night. So let's get the show on the road, shall we? How is everybody doing for the second half of this wonderful video? If you don't know who I am Battery H. I do mostly videos on strategy and simulation, but sometimes it's a little bit of everything. We never really know with me. Glad that you found me here on YouTube. You'll also be able to find links for my Twitch and Twitter page below. Nope, maybe not. Maybe we'll just wait for this guy. Oh, is he gonna... I thought he was gonna turn there for a moment, but apparently he has decided that is not necessary. Just to get a look at what time it is, okay, 2:52. And we're going in the right direction, so we can get rid of that. Oh, there is, you know what? I never really noticed that on the dashboard. There is a clock down there. Okay, once we leave the city, we're back up to 70 miles an hour, and we're rolling down the highway. I hope you enjoyed last week's stream, because we reached about the halfway mark of this little trip. We still have a little ways to go yet, though. See if we can use these down slopes to our advantage. Oh, some awesome news that came out today, so now you know when I'm filming this, is that American Truck Simulator will have, as part of the next major update, next major free update, I should say, to the game, they're going to start including tandem trailers. That's right, so we'll be able to do two trailers back there, and I have to admit to being just a little bit worried. As to what that's going to entail as far as parking goes. It'd be kind of cool if they would give that with multiple drops, but I don't think that's the plan in any event. But we shall see. Keep rolling south down the extraterrestrial highway. Another Walmart truck. See, we're not alone out there, but we are alone. Oh, wrong button, crazy man. And there's SETI. The antenna array that is quite an awesome sight, actually. Keep our hammer down and we'll roll continually to the south. Farm machinery ahead. You know, I saw a very interesting study that said that in most places, those warning signs don't do any good because they're usually very haphazardly placed, not where real threats are. You know, unless it's a curve sign, it designates a threat that may or may not be there. They're often put up there more for governments in the U.S. worried about getting sued for potential hazards than for a prevalence of the local hazard. I mean, I know where close to my place, well, I should say in the vicinity of where I live, we have certain types of animals that are fairly large that are known to cross the road in a given location on a pretty regular basis, and there's no warning sign for them. There really ought to be. And in various places in the north where I lived, you'd see deer crossing signs, and well, you'd never ever see a deer anywhere around there. I don't know if they weren't aware that that's where they were supposed to cross or not, but well, I didn't want to try to pass this guy with this junction coming up in these turns. So I had to get on the brake a little bit. Don't necessarily like doing that, but you do what... Evo. Wow, okay, guys. Apparently this is a 20-mile-an-hour turn for some. What's that in the distance? Could it be Lost Wages? Yes, ladies and gentlemen, that is Las Vegas. That is the famous Stratosphere Tower. You're seeing up there with the big needle. They have what they jokingly call a roller coaster on top of that. I can, however, guarantee that you will not go plummeting down the side of it in the roller coaster. If you do, your next of kin will happily take the hotel's money, I'm certain. No, it just kind of slides you over the edge. You look over the edge and whatnot. It's a small fortune. If that's your thing, I suppose, hey, all the more power to you. I never very much did see the reason. Okay. Alright, so we got this spot coming up, but I've still got 4 hours left and we still have plenty of daylight. Oh boy. The problem is there's nothing really on the highway between here and there. Now, let's see here quick. Kingman's got that, but they don't really have a hotel. Well, yeah, it's really kind of a shooter because, you know, there's really nothing in the 4-hour range between hither and yon, and it's way too early for me to be crashing. But I think that's just what we're going to have to do, even though it's only 5 o'clock. Which means we will be starting our journey back up again at 3 in the morning. And while I'd rather not do that, I'm thinking that's just the way it's going to have to be. Alright, let's see if this works. We're going to get some rest. And we're going to wake up at 4 in the morning to rain. How beautiful is that, ladies and gentlemen? Okay, let's take a look really where we're at here. We've got 8 hours and 10 minutes and 14 hours on the clock, and 14, 15, 5, or 14 and a half hours, yeah, so I think we're good. And the clock is a ticking, ladies and gentlemen. So, yeah, let's get our headlights on, our wipers on, and get this beast in gear. There we go. We're back on the road again, ladies and gents. We will finish this run out if it kills us today. Down the back streets of Las Vegas. Kind of a fun little drive. My problem is I've got to get all the way over to the left here, right when we come out of here. Vegas does get rain like this occasionally. they get too much of it, and the actual strip will flood, because the strip's actually in the very lowest part of the valley. So throughout the rest of the city, as it leads to that, they have huge sewers, storm sewers, that are often quite dry, and they lead to big temporary sort of reservoirs where they actually put... No! Bang. I can feel it. That one gets the royal scumbag alert. These big soccer pitches they put there. And they're designed to flood the lights that they have for night play and everything, because obviously it's too hot to play soccer in the day for smallish kids. But all the light poles are up on concrete pillars that are several feet tall, and yeah, it's quite interesting when you see the water flood that stuff up. But it rains very hard 3, maybe 4 times a year, and that's about it. Drive carefully and come back soon. You betcha. Alright, let's get this bad boy up to speed. This is going to be a very interesting nighttime thunderstorm kind of climb. Okay, man, look at that lightning flash things. Kingman and Flagstaff. Yes. Big climbs up out of the valley, and then it kind of levels off. There we go. We do have to remember there's a way station coming up in a little while. Oh, yes. And we're going to be stopping. Yes, sir. We have stopped, we have weighed, we have passed. Ladies and gentlemen, another successful weigh station completed. Helps to stay in the right lane, eh? Or in this case, the left lane. Looks like some construction going on as the sun comes up. Ah, yes, another beautiful sunrise in the desert as we go off to the Grand Canyon. So 5 hours left to go. Excellent. We can do this, folks. We should get there by noonish, I'm hoping. A little early maybe for our drop-off, but that's okay. I'm sure we'll be forgiven. Of course, like always, when all of my videos is, we get news of the latest comings of updates and patchwork for American Truck Simulator. I do participate in the open betas, so when the open beta hits for that, that's when you'll start seeing that stuff in videos. I'll probably, when the DLC drops, I'll also be doing a Twitch first look. So, probably the night that that's going to drop. And then, of course, we'll make that video available here on YouTube as well. So you don't have to show up, but if you'd like to interact with me when we do a first look, I'm always welcome to that. So we'll take one of the big money accounts and try to move some heavy stuff. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Well, I hope you're enjoying the episode. Please do leave a comment below if you do, or if you don't. What else you'd like to see? What else you'd like me to talk about? I'm always open to a reasonable suggestion. That's a pretty sight. All right. Start approaching the speed limit. The traffic in front of us starts backing up. I think that might have been a sign about the Eisenhower Interstate system that we just passed, which would be really kind of cool. If you remember back, I think episodes 14 and 15, we discussed the Eisenhower Interstate system. And what it took to get there. Which primarily was a long time, considering they started hatching plans for something similar in the 1920s. And they're still working to add new interstates today, actually. The original system was declared complete, but they're still adding more because they can. And frankly, some areas that were not commercially and economically viable or militarily necessary to go to have changed. Grand Canyon Caverns, this exit. Nope, this is not us. We must be the next one up. Okay. Alright, folks, take a look out for the next exit, because I think the next exit is ours. Coming into town, so the speed limit drops to 65, which is good. That's right about where we were. Sorry about the quiet, folks. Just kind of relaxing. No, apparently this exit is not our exit. We've still got a ways to go. Okay, it's the next one. We'll get off on 180. Alright, that makes more sense. Okay, well, it's going to be a little bit yet, everybody. So yeah, the stream this episode is a little longer than the normal, but that's okay. You're worth it. up a big hill. Here and then stage. There's the entrance to Flagstaff. And we'll go up and over the curve. Buddy, what the heck? I'm starting to sound more and more like a couple of my favorite streamers. At least one of you, I'm certain, will comment as to exactly who that is. And he's going back around. Oh my. Yes, sir, ladies and gents. Yes, saw it here first. Really, there it is. There it is. You go to let me in and then you... Ladies and gentlemen, it's a good thing. This is why I don't have a camera on, because sometimes I feel inclined to give visual symbols to the game. This is one of those times. Children, that visual symbol is a thumbs up. That means way to go. Okay, up through the, oh boy. Okay, there is a fuel stop up here along the way. I guess we'll hit that one. And, yeah, because, we did that once before. And so we'll grab some gas up here at the traffic. Outstanding. Now we just keep climbing through the mountains, ladies and gentlemen. All over the cliffs, and then eventually we'll make a big dip. We should make a big dip, I think. Yes, sir. Whew. Wasn't counting on quite this level of excitement today. Miles-an-hour zone. There's a hotel here. We need to make this turn. Alright, let's fill up the old tank with some diesel. Thanks. Well, I think we're going to be in closer to 11 than to noon, but that's okay. Make sure we don't get that going out. Alrighty. Alright. Northbound 180. 65 miles an hour through sunny Arizona. As we complete just the last little bit of our journey. Thanks everybody for sticking around so long. I know this video is longer than the normal, but, well, frankly, we had a long way to go. And some rather slow-moving trucks. You can see that the sand is much oranger here, I guess you would say, and than you would see in Nevada. In Nevada, it's much more brown. Grand Canyon Valley is right up ahead. You can see the speed limit now starting to drop for them. Okie dokie. Okay. Here's the Tibbet, and we know where they're going to want us to park that beast. Hmm? Hmm. Okie dokie. Okay. Really? That's all the that's the place they wanted is right there. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Lovely. Bring it on. I would have figured they'd have had us back in this beast all the way back and around, but instead they want us to put it in over here near George, and there's a loading dock here, I believe. Yeah. There we are, right at the dock, ladies and gentlemen. Drop our legs and call it a job. Took us 27 hours. Almost to level 11. That was a heck of a job, ladies and gentlemen. A heck of a job. And thank you so very, very much for sticking with me this entire time. We'll pull up out of here just a little bit. We don't want to rock backwards. No, ma'am. Well, everybody, I hope you've enjoyed this episode of Interstate Adventures. Thank you very much for watching. Remember, links to my Twitch and Twitter are in the description below. Please consider subscribing, maybe even hitting the bell. It helps more than you could possibly know. A thumbs up wouldn't go unnoticed. And, of course, we love to read your comments. Until next time, everybody, have a great day. No. Have a great day. Drive safe.